Hello there, internets. This is Aunt Gladys on the FafAngryProphet channel, and for my nephew Brian, also known as the FafAngryProphet, and I'm playing a little game from the 90s on MS-DOS called the Bio Menace. And Bio Menace is a really appropriate term for what I did in the bathroom just a few minutes ago. It was what you might call a butt explosion. Well, you can thank the Ryan's Buffet for that. See, we went out for our anniversary dinner, me and my husband Ed, tonight. It wasn't really our anniversary, but Ed is so forgetful that he doesn't know, he can never remember when our anniversary is, and he does not have the guts to stand up and ask me when our anniversary is, and whenever I finally tell him, he doesn't have the brains to write it down so he doesn't forget. So once a month, we go out to our anniversary dinner on a random day, and he just prays to God that it is the right day. So anyway, he is so forgetful, he can't remember if he did it the last month or not, so every time I just tell him that he just takes me out for our anniversary, so I tell him it's our anniversary, and he believes it, and once a month I get treated to a nice meal, which is really the only way I get a nice meal. I get to go out for a nice meal anyway, is by fooling my husband. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that ought to teach y'all something, all y'all 20-somethings out there who are thinking about getting married. Marriage is not fun once you get past the honeymoon. When you get to be our age, it's all about forgetting where your pills are, forgetting where you laid your glasses, forgetting your anniversary, forgetting important dates, and generally, how do I put this? Hatred. Marriage is not about love. Marriage is about hate, because the person you're going to live with for the rest of your life, until you can't stand enough to get divorced, you young people out there, and oh lordy, I just exploded into a pile of bones and fell down a ladder, which reminds me of my mother-in-law when she had that unfortunate incident that led to her untimely death, that I may or may not have caused. I think I just said out loud the part that I was supposed to only think. I'll have to edit that out later. Anyway, like I said, marriage is about hatred, because when you get married, you find out that you do not love this wonderful person you have married. You have pledged to spend the rest of your life with. You hate their guts, and you wish they would die a horrible death and leave you to retire alone in Florida with just you alone and a bunch of half-naked pool boys that have all gone to the gym quite a bit in their lives. Well, anyway, I have digressed from the main topic. Anyway, like I said, we went out to the Ryan's Buffet, and my husband Roy, he is sitting in the other room right now, crying and screaming in pain, because as usual, he ate too many of the chicken wings and too much of the pizza, and he always gets like this whenever we go to the Ryan's Buffet. He says, we come home, and he crawls over on the couch, he lays down, he holds his stomach, and he goes, "Oh, Lord, it's the end, Lord, forgive me, Lord, I'm coming to join you, Mama." And I tell him, it ain't the end, unfortunately for me. It's just you ate too much again, and you're getting the stomach cramps. Now calm down and quit crying. But he never listens. He always gets better in a day or two, and he always suggests going out for Ryan's again for our anniversary. And anyway, what happened with me is every time, I never learn, ladies and gentlemen, every time I get that stupid chocolate fudge pudding pie, and it does me in every single time. And that's what I get every single time. I went in that bathroom and that toilet, I swear, if there is a home for toilets that have been abused and mistreated, we need to send our toilet pronto, because it has seen some stuff that would scare the bejeebus out of H.P. Lovecraft. Anyway, I swear, sometimes when I go by, if I'm up late at night and I walk by the bathroom, I can faintly hear the music from Platoon. Nothing I have ever done to that toilet can ever compare to what my husband Arnold did a couple months ago when him and his buddies went out drinking. He didn't come home till 2 or 3 o'clock that morning, and after they had gotten done drinking and throwing up and hitting on the girl, he came back home, come home really late, and they had went out to a gas station, and they had gotten those lovely gas station burritos with the artificial meat inside, the artificial beans inside, the artificial cheese, the artificial tortilla, and the artificial flavor. And he had come home, and he had absolutely desecrated that poor bathroom. I mean, we had to repaint afterward. I got up the next morning, and I was half asleep, so I didn't notice everything. I just noticed it smelled funny, which I thought meant he had just forgotten to flush. And so I went and I was washing my hands. I felt something dripping down the back of my neck. And I looked up, and they was duty everywhere. They was duty on the walls, duty on the floor, duty on the ceiling, duty in the bathtub, everywhere but in the toilet. It was all over the toilet. None of it was in the toilet. So I was about to go kill him in his sleep, which is something I've thought about every day of my life since I got married. But I thought better of myself. I said, Gladys, he who is slow to anger has great understanding. He who is quick-tempered is a fool. So I went and I washed off in the other bathroom, and I went and cooked myself a nice breakfast. I cooked all, whatever his name is, a nice breakfast. And I waited for him to get up, and he got up. I said, "Oh, did you have fun last night?" He said, "Last night? What did I do last night?" I said, "I don't know what you did last night." And I left it at that, and we ate breakfast, and we ate, and it was pleasant, and we talked, and I had forgot about wanting to kill him. But anyway, I remembered what I was going to talk to him about, and I went, and I said, "Oh, could you come here for a second in the bathroom?" And there I go, looking like doing an impression of my mother-in-law again after I killed her. So anyway, I told him, "I want you to come into the bathroom with me. I got something I want to show you." So he got real excited because he thought I was going to surprise him. And I pointed at the walls and at the ceiling and at the floor and at the bathtub and at the side of the toilet, and I said, "What is that?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "I'll tell you what that is. That is duty." And he said, "How did that get there?" And I said, "I want you to tell me." He said, "I don't know how it got there." I said, "Well, it wasn't me." And he just took off running because he knew what was about to happen. He was running. He went out to the house. So I got my trusty beating stick, which is a piece of hickory reinforced with iron. And I chased him around the house for a good 3 hours, him screaming and hollering for the police. But the neighbors had seen this happen one too many times before, and the police are sick of coming out, so there was no help to be found. And I beat my husband, Roy, to within an inch of his life. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've said enough for today. This has been Bio Menace. My name is Aunt Gladys on the FafAngryProphet channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, leave whatever you want to do. Anyway, I will see you all later. Good night.